silence is a lie. We think of it as peace. We think of it as rest, but out here, under the iron grip of the ice, silence is a weapon. See the snow falling? It is heavy. It is wet. A relentless, suffocating blanket that swallows the world whole. It hides the horizon, it hides the sky. And tonight it hides the sound of death approaching on velvet pads. He does not hate you. He does not know you. He is simply inevitable. The air is 30 degrees below zero. It is too cold to bleed. The steam from his nostrils freezes instantly, turning into diamond dust before it even hits the ground. Look closer, past the mist, into the shadow. A golden, unblinking eye. The pupil blows wide, swallowing the iris, drinking in the moonlight target acquired. The only gift he brings this night
is the end.
Is the end. Welcome to the White Room. This is the edge of the Boreal forest, a place where the trees stand like frozen sentinels, their branches bowed under the crushing weight of winter. It is a world without color, a monochrome nightmare of gray shadows and blinding white powder. Listen. Do you hear that? Nothing. The snow axe is soundproofing, absorbing every snap, every rustle, every breath. It is an anechoic chamber designed by nature to isolate the weak. Here, isolation is the first step toward extinction. He moves through the gloom like a phantom Smilodon Fatalis. The Silver King, he is massive, 600 pounds of coiled muscle and dense bone wrapped in a coat of tawny fur that has grown thick and matted to repel the frost. But look at the way he walks. There is a stiffness in his gait, a hesitation. He is a veteran of 1,000 wars, and the scars beneath his fur ache in this biting cold. The frost clings to his whiskers, weighing down his head. He is tired. Time is his enemy now, not the wolf, not the bear, but the cold itself. It seeks to enter his blood, to slow his heart, to turn his muscles into stone. Hunger is a fire, and his fire is dying. His body is burning fuel at a terrifying rate just to keep his core temperature stable. Every second he exists in this temperature, he is bleeding energy. He has not eaten in a week. The fat reserves along his spine are gone. His body has begun to cannibalize itself, breaking down muscle tissue to keep the brain alive. He is walking the razor's edge of thermal suicide. If he does not kill tonight, he will not wake up tomorrow. The equation is simple: calories or death. He stops, the massive head lowers, the wet black nose twitching as it dissects the air. The wind shifts, carrying a scent that cuts through the sterile cold like a knife. It is musky, warm earth. He looks down there. Etched into the fresh powder is a deep, chaotic trench, a track, but not just any track. This is the footprint of a titan Bison Antiquus, a stray bull separated from the herd by the blizzard. High risk, maximum reward. To hunt a bison is to dance with a landslide. But the king has no choice. The track is fresh, the heat still rises from the disturbed snow. Yards ahead, a shape materializes from the white gloom, a mountain of dark fur. The bison stands with its head low, sweeping the snow aside with massive horns to reach the dead grass beneath. It is colossal. 2,000 pounds of muscle and bad temper. Steam rises from its flanks like smoke from a burning building. It is a living furnace of heat in this frozen hell. Look at the size of it. A fortress of bone and hair.
Suddenly, the wind dies. The atmosphere stagnates. The white noise that masked his approach vanishes. The silence is absolute. It is deafening.
The bison freezes. It stops chewing. The massive head lifts, wet nostrils flaring, tasting the stagnant air. It knows it feels the eyes upon it. The king freezes mid-stride, one paw raised, balancing on 3 legs like a statue carved from ice. Don't breathe, don't blink. If the bison runs now, the chase is over before it begins. The king is too stiff to sprint. He needs the ambush. He needs the close quarters. Violence is instant. He explodes from the snow, a blur of tawny gold erupting from the white void. The struggle ceases. The bison's legs fold. The mountain falls. They collapse together into the snow. The silence returns, heavier than before. But now it is broken by the ragged, desperate breathing of the victor. It is life, it is energy. It soaks into his frozen fur, reaching the skin, telling his heart to keep beating. He has bought another day. He has stolen fire from the ice. The snow does not care. It continues to fall, indifferent to the violence within an hour. The body will be a white mound within a day. The tracks will be gone. Because in the white room, nothing is yours. You are only borrowing it. And the rent is due every single night.